Hey YouTube, Shinobi here with a review of the S.H.Figuarts Kamen Rider Ichigo Sakurajima version. So Master Rider 1, this is the suit that Ichigo used in between his original suit and the suit that we're all used to by now. This one right here. So basically what happened in the original show is that the actor that played Ichigo got injured. So that's why Nigo existed. He was brought in as the main character until he was ready to come back. When he came back, he was in this outfit before they decided to do the whole Shin Ichigo and Shin Nigo outfit designs. So, yeah, I actually really like this costume a lot. It's a very simplistic color scheme, and it just works very well for his design, his simplistic design. It's very, I don't want to say elegant. That's not the word I'm looking for. But it's just, like I said, it's very simple, and it works really well, and I think it's my favorite of Ichigo's outfits. I believe this is the one that they represented in Kamen Rider the Next, if I remember correctly. So, pretty neat overall. Same base mold for the most part. The belt is a little bit different. Obviously, as you can see here, the molding is a tiny bit different, but not too much. Got a little bit more colorings on there. Other than that, everything is about the same except for the helmet. Obviously, you have completely different helmets. This one's a little bit more of a V-shaped fin, while this one is the straight back antenna. So the fins are different, but other than that, it's pretty much the same exact base mold outside of the legs being a tiny bit different because they don't have the two lines on there. So yeah. Pretty neat overall. Like I said, I just really like the way that this guy looks. He loses a lot of the things I really liked about the original Ichigo release. The silver used was gorgeous, so it's a shame that that's gone, but that's his design at the core, so no real worries there. And the finish on his suit is a lot, it's flatter. This one was more of a matte finish, while this one's just kind of a ordinary, just plastic finish. But those are two things I can look past, given how much I just like this coloration of the suit and the style of the helmet. I like the V antenna a little bit more than the slick back ones. So articulation wise, you got the same as the original figure. Full rotation there. Yay, rotation. One thing to note is that there is hair back here. I like noting that on these original guys, because this was just a helmet. It wasn't the full body suit or anything. It was a helmet and basically a jacket and pants and a belt. But I love the shoulder joint too. This is my favorite of the shoulder joints. It just works really well for everything that it's supposed to do. I love it. I wish it went in a little bit more, but the way that that joint is engineered, you're pretty much covered regardless. Double joint, swiveling right there. Double joint, plastic ball jointed foot, which isn't the best, but it works for this guy. This sort of thigh system you got going on here. There is a slight thigh swivel there. And then all the articulation you have up on the chest and stuff. So, very, very good articulation on this guy. But again, he is very basic, so there isn't anything to hinder his articulation at all whatsoever. So, very, very cool, and I do really, really like this guy. Accessory-wise, he comes with about the same count as Ichigo and Nigo did. He has 8 additional hands. He's got 2 weapon-holding hands. 2 of the Henshin pose hands. The original Ichigo only came with 1. Nigo came with 2, and so this uses Nigo's hand count. The Rider Chop hands. And then just the relaxed, slightly gropey hands. As always, you come with an additional scarf. This one's a little bit blowy action one, as you can see with Nigo here. So, that's the one I have on him right now. a little shocker-esque sword that he used. So that was included with the original Ichigo, and it's included with this one too. And instead of having a rider kick effect part, you have a rider punch effect part. So we've got a whole new effect part, which is kind of neat. Glad they didn't reuse that, because it's always cool to have something new. And the way that this is engineered, you just pop off the hand, and then slide this on, just like that. So the way, like I said, that it's engineered, you pop the hand off, and then you put that on, and then pop the hand back on. It's not the easiest thing to do, and if you have a rider that's got a pretty thick gauntlet area, you might have a little bit of issue. But regardless, you can use this effect piece for a lot of other Figuarts. So I always like it when they include an effect part that's symbolic of the rider it comes with, but can also be used with other toys as well. It just adds a little bit of playability overall. So really cool all in all. I can't really fault this guy for anything. The Showa mold, as much as I'm not a huge Showa era fan, the designs are spot on accurate. The molds are fantastic, and as always, the paint on these guys are done incredibly well. So, like I said, it's not as much of a Showa fan as I am. The Figuarts are superb, and some of the best that have been released, I think. So I have to give Showa credit where credit's due in that regard. They're producing some great Figuarts. Is this guy worth it? It kind of depends. If you've already got Shin Ichigo and Shin Nigo, then not really. If you haven't picked up Ichigo yet, to my surprise, he was over a year and a half old. I didn't realize that. Time flies, I guess, because I had no idea that he was that old of a release. But if you haven't picked up Ichigo yet, I would advise to pick up this one, personally, because I just really dig these colors. So really, it's all up to you on which one you like better. If you like Shin Ichigo, get Shin Ichigo. If you like Sakurajima Ichigo, get Sakurajima Ichigo. So it's really personal preference on which design and color scheme you like better. Personally, I like Sakurajima Ichigo better, so I would advise to pick him up over Shin Ichigo. But being Shin Ichigo is the one that they always use on these like reoccurring team-up things, that one might be a little bit more symbolic towards casual fans and fans who just aren't really into Showa but want all the riders on their display. So you might want to go with that. But love the colors, love everything. I love the effect part. It's cheap, it's affordable, it's a retail release. I am kind of miffed that a repaint of Ichigo got a release space where the wizard forms, the Den-O forms and stuff aren't. I think that's kind of silly. But apparently Ichigo's a good seller, so I guess they know what they're doing over there. Surprise, surprise. But very cool release. Do definitely recommend picking it up. So you can check out shogunshinobi.com for updates on my reviews and hauls. And of course, check out Riders, Rangers, and Rumbles, the podcast bringing the latest token news in the craziest way possible. And of course, you can buy Sakurajima Ichigo and more S.H.Figuarts at cstoysjapan.com. So take care and have a great one. Bye.